literally 1 year ago, I had 0 shows. And right now I have 1,600 shows.
So welcome to have you, Ken.
Well, thank you. Thank you. So you're in California. What part of California again?
Danville, California, which is about 30, 40 miles east side of San Francisco.
Okay.
Yeah. Super. We've been living in this area for over 46 years. We've been married. I've been married 46 years. So I'll be young. I'm young, 73 right now. And in August, I'll become 37. So 73 is 37 and 74 will be 47.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Well, this seems to be, so let me just start this by saying that normally I am interviewing, I'm the host, and so it's strange to be on another platform, or I should say another person's camera, and have so many cameras on me, so I'm excited about this. I will say that this communication is just to show you what we're doing and how we can do more to make a difference in the world. And we have a Smile-A-Thon coming up. Our first Smile-A-Thon was last year, and we had 100 people speak about the power of a smile. And since your name has smile in it, I wanted to invite you to come back on May 31st. I'm not sure if you're available, but
I will make myself available, 100%.
And I think I recognized your friend, but I'm not. I need help.
Bo is a big guy. He wrote 3 books. One with Wheelwright, brother. Tom Wheelwright, co-authored with him on Paycheck. What is it?
From Paycheck to Freedom.
Paycheck to Freedom. Then he's written another book, which is
on how to get fire first business with financing.
With financing, and of course, I've written 4 books, as you know: Apartment Syndication, Positivity Brings Profitability, Senior Living, and Hospitality. Yeah, and
that's awesome.
You have authored so many books for so many people. And you built,
How did you guys meet?
We met at the 100 Millionaire Summit.
With Walter Amarillo.
Yeah, Walter.
Yes.
And are you a doctor? You're a doctor, right?
He's Dr. Smiley.
Dr. Smiley. My name is Ken Rochon. I got my doctorate in philosophy. During the COVID, I spent a year taking a deep dive into the power of smiles and how businesses that focus on smiles typically have 21 attributes of success versus the ones that focus on profit that dwindle in all kinds of areas. So
that's very interesting. They did a study on logos. I don't know the exact details, but like Amazon, they all have, like Nike, it all has a smile in the logo.
Right.
Like, that's pretty fascinating, right?
It is. IHOP is one of them as well.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, even like there is a just do it. It's kind of like a smile, but with that, for the Nike, right?
And so you wrote one of the books was From Paycheck to Freedom.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yes. That was my first book I ever wrote.
Yes.
And that was with Beau. Is that correct?
Yeah, Beau Eckstein.
My name's Beau Eckstein. Yeah.
Okay.
I wrote it with a kind of a famous CPA author.
Tom Wheelwright?
Yeah.
Tom. Yes.
So, Beau, it feels like we've met before. I should say, maybe I've seen you on a speaking at some event.
Maybe.
I'm not sure.
Have you? Yeah.
I do speak at a lot of real estate and business events. Maybe I have a YouTube channel.
That could be it too. I'm going to just pop you into Facebook just for a second, just see who our common friends are.
Okay. Okay. Sure.
So
you could share the screen. No worries.
So first of all, you have a great haircut that is. Yes.
I'm wearing my hat today.
So this is my search right now on Facebook. So this is Facebook, and I was just wondering who our common friends were. We have 21 mutual friends on this particular account. Mm-hmm. I have 5 Facebook accounts, but Francine is one of my authors.
Yes.
Leo's a wonderful person. He uses my photo that I took of him for his cover of his book.
Oh, wow.
And then if I go to, I guess I have a couple Facebook accounts, like I said, so I'm just going to go to this Facebook account just for fun and pop you in. But it's good to see you, Beau. I have an event called the Bald-A-Thon, and it is actually on September 13th. So Lee Steinberg is someone who just had a birthday recently, so I put people on my page that I've taken photos of. But here you are. Let's just see what the differences are in this one. And by the way, thank you for waving at me every time I see you.
Yeah, I don't know how I did that.
How did you do it? Yeah.
So here's what's interesting. We have Vinney here on both of ours.
Yes.
Okay, so definitely you're in the event world and definitely the real estate world. I see that right now. Yep. And the last search I'll do, I know this is perhaps not exactly what we normally do in shows, but I wouldn't call this a show. I'd call this almost a recorded meeting. I'm just going to put your name here. So this is not a lot, just 11 here. Okay, Steve Rosenberg, he spoke in Phoenix. And Sean, yeah, you have some very good friends. I'm sure you have a lot more than I'm seeing here. And I lied. I'm going to do one more search. So
you're good at this.
You're really good. I know.
He's like,
can you do for me too? I want to see.
I can. So the reason I go through multiple accounts is because I travel a lot and I don't want to get locked in. But this one we have a lot more common friends. We have 14 mutual friends here. Yeah, I'd love to have you on my show, Beau. And I do actually have an event. Look at it. This is actually 4 pages of people we have in common. And for the most part, I will say half the people I have here, I've met them at events. So, and I may not have a deep relationship with them, but I typically reach out to them afterwards. So yeah, so we have some cool people that we've met together. And I guess Vinney, you want me to do this for you too?
Yeah, please. I'm very curious now.
Okay, so because I mean that's actually the way you know. Did I spell it wrong?
So true. Building relationships, building
there you are. Yep. So no, that's definitely not you, Vinney.
No, that's not me. Vinney Chopra. It's Vinney.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, but
did I do that wrong? Vinney.
Chopra.
So there you are. There we go.
Yeah. Okay. Thank goodness.
All right. So we have 86 mutual friends here.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
So,
Tom Hazard. Yeah, I love Tom Hazard. Corey Peterson. Love him. Roger Salam just wrote me today. He's a wonderful person.
Beautiful.
And Craig Shaw.
Yep.
I'm just skipping a couple pages because we have
Sure.
Andre Johnson, Ken Blanchard. Ken Blanchard, I want to get him on my show.
I met with him.
Brian Kent, I published his book.
And Ken McElroy, I met in Phoenix. He
really?
picked up my 3 books. We gave each other books.
Mohammed Sadiq.
Yeah.
Amid Hazat, I met him through CEO Space.
Oh, wonderful.
Mitch Russo has the big metallic David. Silver David, you know what I'm talking about? Because he's got the most expensive version of David, that's for sure. Oh, Tony Urso, he's supposed to be on my show like in a week.
Tony Urso, oh my gosh, he lives right here, north of California.
Yeah. So I just skipped a bunch of pages, but I'm seeing about 2 people per 10 that I know very well. And yeah, so this is pretty cool.
Thank you.
So, Beau, very nice to meet you, I guess, through Vinney. And do you live out in California?
I actually live in Las Vegas. I'm formerly from this area, but I spent the last 7 years living in Las Vegas full time.
Okay. Well, we'll call this a precursor to potentially having both of you on a show that I'd love to have you on. So I'll just show you, since we're doing lots of show and tell, and it's more my show and tell to you, you guys can certainly share with me later. But this is a crazy channel I came up with just like a year ago. Let me go to YouTube, and I want to check yours out later, Beau. But if you go to the Dr. Smiley Show, literally 1 year ago, I had 0 shows. And right now I have 1,600 shows. If you go to my oldest show, it says right here, literally 1 year ago right now. So Dan Clark was my first show. Sharon Lecter was my second. Dr. Ruben West, Bob Berg, Dr. Greg Reed, who's out in your area, Jim Britt, Larry Namer with what is it? E Entertainment. There's William Paul Young, who just recently had his birthday on May 11th. He wrote The Shack. So I started off the show with some pretty heavy hitters. There's Jeffrey Gitomer. And then, Beau, I moved to doing thematic shows. The first thematic show I did was called the Smile-A-Thon. Smile-A-Thon 2025 was May 31st. And we had about 100 people talk about the power of a smile. And so they took it was kind of a TED Talk. So you said, this is who I am. This is when I learned how powerful a smile was. This is how I utilize a smile, and this is how I create smiles in the world. And then this is how you can reach me. So it's always a formulated TED Talk type of style. And then we moved to anybody that has a voice that wants to say something positive on our channel, the Smile channel, gets 4 minutes for free. So 4 for free. And if you want 5 extra minutes, you pay anywhere from $99 to $999 to have your episode longer, deeper, but then it goes into a book with that exact theme. So, for instance, the Smile-A-Thon this year will be How a Smile Changed the World. That'll be the book. The book will be How the Smile Changed the World. And the people that pay the extra $99 will go in that book with their episode. And the people that are 4 minutes get to be on the show for free. So the Bald-A-Thon, Beau, and we can talk Vinney into being bald, okay? We can talk.
I still have a few here left.
Yeah, but Vinney, we had 2 people shave their head to speak. So, Beau, you would think that if you're bald, you'd be speaking about this.
To put hair back, $19,000. They took it from here and put it over here. And he lives 2 doors down from me, literally.
Really?
I know, the plastic surgeon lives 2 doors.
Wow.
I never knew I'll be buying next to him.
Well, I never knew being bald would cause a thematic show, but I'd had so many thematic shows at this point that when I did the Bald-A-Thon, you didn't talk about being bald. In fact, you never mentioned it, Beau. You never mentioned you were bald until the very ninth minute of the last thing you said. So if you're bald, you have to be bald to speak on this platform about leadership. So you speak about why leadership is so important, how you lead in the world, how positive leadership creates inspiration, how you create community, and how you make the world better. And then the last thing you say, literally the last sentence you say in the 9th minute was, the way I make a bald difference in the world is, and you say it. So we had 2 men shave their head to speak. No kidding. One guy's name is Dr. Evans Kamuro from Kenya. He shaved, and the day before he got his doctorate. So he says, I am a virgin in 2 ways. I've never been bald, and I've never been a doctor. And here I am today to say I'm a leader. So he started that off. And we had, I think, about 12 women who were bald speak, and they had alopecia. And 2 of the women had gotten hair back. So they bought the bald caps off Amazon and they put them on their head so they could speak at the Bald-A-Thon. But Beau,
that I can do. I could buy that.
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah, it was just a fun way to talk about leadership. And so, Beau, if you were to Google, actually, I'll do this for you since we've been doing so much show and tell, and this isn't technically a show.
Say one anecdote. I think in one of the seminars, Stephen Covey, right, 7 Habits and 8 Habits, author, he was bald, right? So he was presenting. He says, you must be thinking about the solar panel right there on my head.
There you go, Beau.
Solar panel.
Yep. So there you go, Beau. National Bald is Beautiful Day is actually September 13th. And if you go to October 14th, which is the other one, Bald Holiday, and it's October 14th, that is Bald and Be Free Day. So Bald and Be Free Day is this day.
Oh my gosh.
And so Bald is Beautiful Day was about leadership. Bald and Be Free Day was about influence. So you had to be bald to speak about leadership, and then you had to be bald to speak about influence.
Wow.
And both were in the context of positivity.
Nice. Very nice. I'm glad you're able to bring this out because, a lot of time again, self-image is big, huge, huge. Self-confidence, self-image, all those things. And these can really help so many people, especially
It
retired
will.
people, yuppies, and all the way to baby boomers, who are losing hair as they grow younger. We never grow old, right? We always grow younger. And that's the key thing. But I was going to finish that by saying Stephen Covey said, you know what? This is the solar panel of the sex machine.
That's yeah. One of the bald people used that, and he gave credit to Steve Covey.
Is that right?
So, so I've hogged the beginning of the recording of this meeting, but I'll finish off by saying a compliment to what you just said, Vinny, and I'd like to turn it over to learn more about Beau, and then
Yes.
I'd like to learn how I could help you guys as well.
Sure.
So even though I have, I guess, dominated in the show and tell, Beau, it's just because I think you've cracked the code and you've made such a difference. I wanted you to know I'm trying to. And so, it's funny when someone's quiet, they typically don't need to say anything. And someone that's rich doesn't need to say anything. So I guess I'm saying something to let you know that I care about what you're doing. I care to support it. And I hope to have the kind of impact you guys are having. So I want to recognize that. But I was with someone yesterday I just want to brag about.
Yeah, please.
His name is Jeff Steinberg. And I had the pleasure of supporting him yesterday. He is financially really hurting, and he is not knowing exactly how things are going to work out. And he was born with no limbs, and so for the very first time in my life, I got to take someone around in their car while they drove me without limbs. And he has a hook for an arm, and he has to put the hook in the steering wheel. And I got to take his very heavy electric wheelchair out of his car 8 times yesterday, back and forth. And I've just never done that before. I've taken care of my mom for 3 years, but I've never done this for someone who has limitations with limbs. So I'm just going to show you very quickly.
Dear friends, this is Vinney Chopra. You might have followed me over social media. I've authored all these books. Apartment syndication made easy. It started with $7 up to $1 billion in apartment and how to raise money, everything. This is Spanish edition also is out there on Amazon now. Then my second book, which was Positivity Brings Profitability, again a big seller, international seller on Amazon, by the way. And then we have the third one, which is Senior Living Investing Made Easy, as I turned 65 and so on. So that was the other one. Then my fourth book right here, Hospitality, just the world premiere is coming up April 23rd, but it's on Amazon right now also that you can get it. It took me 2 years to write it, and it's so exciting to put all these 5 books out there for my team, for my investors, the people I teach, and so forth like that, so that they can get the maximum out of all these books as they're learning the business of investing in commercial real estate and all the things. And thank you so much for following and all those things. God bless you. If you need to get this for free, just go to chopra.com/free benefits and you can get them for free. Thank you.
Mr. Steinberg, but this time I'm showing you something because if you have a way that we can help this guy, I would like to do so. So his name is Jeff Steinberg. He is a friend of mine. He lives in Orlando. This is him. He's called the Tiny Giant. He's about 4 foot tall. And I don't know how much photos he has here, but
Oh, look at that.
but he's a singer. He's been in the entertainment business for 55 years.
Wow.
That's his Lincoln behind him, and it's customized. This protrusion here is his foot. His legs are deformed, so he has to have a foot on top of a foot. And I'm doing a book for him about how he puts on all these things every day so that he can actually connect with the world. And he's just a wonderful guy. Very, and that's his wife. He's been married to her for 35 years.
Wow.
And I think that's a nice little, no, this was responsible because of me. She was in Orlando. That's Miss Muhammad Ali, Miss Kalia Ali. And he said, can you have me meet her? And this is his ring, and this is his Jewish star, because he doesn't have any hands. He can't wear rings, so he puts them all around his neck.
Oh, wow.
And there I am with him.
Oh, glad to see that. Yeah. No,
yeah, so he's a really nice guy. So I'm going to yield. And Beau, I just want to say, I don't know you. I hope I get to know you. You seem like a It's funny, you can pick up energy from someone just by the way they smile. And the one thing you contributed, don't think I didn't hear it. You said, yeah, they did a study about logos. And that was part of my dissertation. And when you said that, I said, this is a man who cares about positivity because you brought up something that I noticed proved my point so much is that when you integrate a smile, you're actually committed. And by the way, I took this name, Dr. Smiley, because it reminds me who I'm supposed to be every day, who I want to be every day, who I hope to be every day for my son, for my wife, for my friends, for my partners, etc. So
But the Pygmalion, that's all about, right? The more smiles we can bring in every meeting, in Zoom meetings, in rooms we go in, the energy just flows and people
it does, it does. Well, I have a TED talk that I came up with that I've never said, Bo, but it's a TED talk that came out of my dissertation. It's what is your SPH? And I studied this for at least a year, and there's nothing I've learned more powerful. I taught chemistry and physics in my earlier life, and I always thought everything has a formula. And I think you'll agree, Bo, because you did something with math, and Vinny, you obviously agree because you've done a lot of math. And when math is working in a formula correctly, you get good results. So
Yeah.
SPH is what are your smiles per hour? And the higher your smiles per hour are, the higher your velocity of impact is, the higher your velocity of income is, the higher the velocity of inspiration is. And
Love it.
so I will close my comments with just saying that's why I do my shows. I do it with people that I believe are having a very high impact in inspiration.
I love that. Ken, thanks again for meeting with us. And I'll be there, and I'm sure Brother Bo too, over there May 31st. I think
May
we see.
31st. Yeah, you just call in. You guys, so we have three time slots. One is 4 minutes for people that may not have the budget, but they really want to have a voice. We have 9 minutes for the people that would like to upgrade and be in a book, and we have 19 minutes for people like yourself that we're just happy that you're giving your time to us, and you're considered an influencer block, and you just speak for 19 minutes or less, and you just
Yeah,
speak with your heart about how you've created abundance and impact in the world because of a smile.
awesome. Awesome. Thanks for spending time with us. I really
Would
appreciate
you
that.
share my phone number with Bo? And Bo, would you like to connect later?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll introduce you both.
yeah.
Yeah, I have your cell.
Vinny can text us.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I would love to connect us all so
And
that
Bo, since I did most of the talking, and these are for listening, is there anything that you would like to share? I'd love to know more about you.
please tell Bo who you are, man. I think we've known each other for about 11 years, and it's so fascinating that we went to a seminar in Oakland
Yeah.
and Bo bought lunch for several of us. Several of us. I said, this is a cool guy. I love free lunch, right? But since then, we have become so great friends. We have done deals together. We have flipped homes. We have, you know, Bo represented me. I'm a broker. I was a broker, but didn't have, a license. And then Bo
Hmm.
represented when we bought this home. And then we have done so many deals together. And we do the show, Vinney and Beau Show, together every Friday, 9 a.m. Pacific, every
Hmm.
week, every week. So, Bo,
Yeah.
go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I'll keep it short.
Yeah, yeah.
I've been traveling, so I'm a little tired today. But yeah, I've been an entrepreneur most of my life, or all of my life, really. I decided not to go to university because I either wanted to be early on. I wanted to be a farmer. I don't know why, but I decided not that. But it was my choices were either real estate or law enforcement. And when I was going into my first year after graduating high school, I was going to go into the military.
Mm.
And then I went to do like a discovery day type of thing, and I said I will never join the military. I'm not good at it. I'm more of I have my own path in life, and so basically from 20 years old on, I just was in self-employed in real estate and lending, and then was always putting on events. And then I did a TV show in 2013 on HGTV.
One whole year.
A house flipping television show on HGTV.
Yeah.
They found me on YouTube, and then I started putting out more content on YouTube, and I get a lot of leads that way from my company. And now today we just do mostly business lending. So we help people buy businesses or start one. And then I also work a lot in the franchise world. And I'm a member of a lot of different mastermind groups. And then I had the bright idea to write a book, and I was on Zoom just like this, and I pitched the idea to Tom Wheelwright, and he's like, "Yeah, I like the idea," and then we actually
made it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing he never knew about, I didn't even have an idea for a book. It just came to me. That when I was sitting like this, it came to me, and I pitched him the idea of a book that I didn't even know I had, and it just made a lot of sense. And I went with my gut. And originally it was From Paycheck to Prosperity.
I should bring it. It's in my office, actually. I should bring it.
When we do connect because of him, I'd like to send you some of my books. I've written 64. I'd say maybe 2 of them would be of interest. I've traveled to 100 countries, but I'd like to send you a couple of books, and I'd like to have you send them. You don't need to sign them, but I'd like to show them off during the show that we have together.
Great, that'd be awesome. Well, we'll dive into more, I'm sure.
We will. And
So,
I'll come to the Bald-A-Thon.
where were you traveling to? Where are you traveling to, Beau?
Well, I just came here. I had a meeting yesterday in Silicon Valley, and then I came today and last night to see some friends. And obviously was on the list to come see him. And we have another lady coming here. We're going to film some content maybe with her in a little bit.
Yep, Tiffany. Yeah, Tiffany. She's finishing up. She's a great coach also. And now it's got like 100 people show up on her, online webinars every
That's
week,
so cool.
weeks or so. Yeah.
And the funny thing is Tiffany, I've known her for 25 years.
Yeah.
I used to date her
Look
younger sister.
Okay.
And then
Oh, wow.
somehow we all introduced.
It got connected.
Yeah, it's a small world. One of my friends was a pro fighter, and his trainer, I used to train with 25 years ago. It's just like everything's kind of connected.
In the Bay Area.
Just everywhere.
So I have a quote that I came up with that I put in my dissertation book. It's the bigger you play, the smaller the world gets.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that a lot.
So true.
Now, out of the 42 people I know with you, and I shouldn't say no, I'll go no with you like this. On LinkedIn, my bigger account, I have 15,000, well, 14,000, you have 15,000. We have 42 common friends. But here's what's interesting. Of the 42 friends, and Vinney can attest to this, if I tell you I've met them, I didn't only meet them. They held a smile card.
Yes, I remember you gave me the card.
I just want to tell you, Kenny Harper, Dr. Kanan, Lady Jen Duplessis. I mean, if I went through the list, you'd go, out of 42, he has roughly 20 of them, roughly 20 that I've literally met, but I've honored them, Beau. I honored them because it's not about them holding the card. It's about me saying to them, you create smiles in the world. I'd like to put you in a book and show the world that there's a positive leader around. And so that's why I called Vinney today, because my Smile-A-Thon wouldn't be complete without him.
I love it because oftentimes we talk about how people have lost the simple things like holding a door open for somebody.
Right.
Eye contact. And yes, the smile, right? If people could just go back to the grassroots, the world would be a much better place.
Much.
Yeah.
Forgot it. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, Beau, the biggest compliment I give you today is when Vinney said, you're going to hop on my channel and record your show. I mean, that's just like backwards, right? And I said, well, for Vinney, I'll do anything. So I'm here, and this show is completely unusable, in my opinion. However, if this is the only show I had of you, I would take it and I would use it. But I want to give you the quality and the format that I normally do. And same with you, Vinney. So I have this thing that's called 20 to 120. And 20 to 120 is I meet a leader, an influencer that could be super, super big. And they decide by the dictation of the conversation, the speed of the conversation, does it go 20 minutes or does it go to 120? And what's interesting is the ones who have the most abundance, have the most experiences, and have the most, I guess, wisdom, they typically go 90 minutes or more. They typically do. And so Dan Clark, my very first show, was an hour and 58. Jim Cathcart, the president of the National Speaker Association for years, an hour and 56. And these are not timed, by the way. They just go. And so there's 3 parts to the show, Beau. One part is your journey of how you became who you are, that you gave yourself a gift of a purpose, that the purpose was used to make a difference in the world. That's the first part. The second part is your wisdom, expertise in the books you've written or how you speak on stage. And the third part is the wrap up of the show, which is It's called The Programming. How did Beau become Beau? What book changed his life? What movie inspires him? What song gets him going? Who's his hero? And what quote do you live by? And those are the 5 closing questions. And I say, how do people connect, celebrate, and support you? And that is a wrap. And it's never timed. It's never timed. And
Yeah.
I have found the shows are just absolutely insanely cool because the people with the most abundance, they give me a compliment that I think is why I do the show. They say, this was the most interesting show I've been on, or this is one of the most interesting shows I've been on. And and then the new show I'm doing to meet people that are very hard to get to. And I mean, when I say very hard to get to, they would give me the time if they knew who I was, but they don't know who I am. So they have to find out why they'd give me 10 minutes. And so it's called 10 and 10. And I keep to a very, very stringent format of, what is the one thing you want to be remembered for? Who are you? Why do you exist? Why do you make a difference? The question they asked me to ask them, and then those 5 questions I said to wrap up. And it's a very cool little 10-minute spot. And I did 30 of them, but I'd like to do those with you as well. And I'm making a book called 10 and 10 with 100 people. 10 and 10 with 100 people that are changing the world. So
Thank you so much, Brother Ken. It's such
thank
a
you.
pleasure. Yeah.
And by the way, it's always good to be called brother when someone smiles at the level you do.
Thank you for your time.
Where were you born, Beau?
Where was I born?
Yeah.
New York, suburbs of New York, Middletown, New York.
Okay. I'm in Maryland right now, but I was born in Rhode Island, and then within 2 months I was in Paris because my dad was in the military. And then my first year, and the reason I relate to Vinney on some level, is my first year of school was in New Delhi. So I was the only white kid in a completely Indian school wearing a white shirt, a red tie, blue trousers or blue shorts. But I look forward to being connected. And Vinney, it's always great to see you. I hope that the next time, that even though Beau is wonderful, I hope that we do the show with just your beautiful smile. But this was quite a treat. This is quite a treat to have Beau added to the mix. Beau, thank you for being open-minded enough to sit next to Vinney after all the travel and listen and also participate.
He's a doer. I mean, that's lovely.
Well, actually,
Dear friends, Vinney Chopra, I hope you're liking the episode in my podcast and also videos that we put out and all the books that I've written and so forth like that. But please remember, it's for educational entertainment purposes only. We don't give any financial advice or legal advice at all. I'm not a CPA or an attorney, but please give us 5-star reviews so that we can get great guests on our shows. I've been doing Abundance Mindset Show, 9 a.m. Pacific on Thursdays. Vinney and Beau Show, 9 a.m. Fridays, every Friday right there with Vinney and Beau Show. And then podcasts and the video clippings and all that. And writing books and giving my seminars and teaching my mastermind to really excel in this business. And now the hospitality has been really tremendous because I've done some home runs and I've learned so much that I'm in it for a long haul. Talk to you again. Thank you.